Hello, welcome to A Fishing Story. I'm your host, Ronnie Green. We're in the beautiful state of Florida where there's phenomenal bass fishing everywhere. We have one of the most fascinating bass pros in America today on our show. So stay tuned next on A Fishing Story.
In fishing, there's the hunt for big bass, there's the camaraderie, then there's the story. What's your story?
Believe it or not, guys, I learned about the speed worm and how to fish it and how to rig it by Ronnie last year at Okeechobee. Well, my second fish at Okeechobee last year was a 7.9 I caught on the speed worm. I know how big they get down here on you.
Yeah, they do. There's some grown-ups in here, man.
Yeah.
You know well. You always seem to find them in Florida, man. Florida seems to be a place where you can find a big fish.
Yes, they do live in these lakes down here, and they just grow year round. Very humbling sport, I can tell you that, dude.
Really is.
I haven't caught a bass in probably 8 months. You know, I went on a year and a half there that I couldn't do anything wrong, and now I'm on over half a year I can't do anything right.
What do you attribute that to? I mean, because it's a sport just like anything else.
That's right. You feel bulletproof at times, and then at other times you're like, man, why am I so far off mark? And it's funny how one home run can turn a baseball player around. I've been in such a slump that you wonder, man, when am I going to get that break, or when am I going to get that bite, or when is that clue going to happen that I really dial in on? And then all of a sudden you parlay that into another tournament and other opportunities. And when you get on a good roll, everything seems to go right, and you'll make that cast in that last 10 minutes of the tournament and catch that 1 4-pounder that you need, and you do that 4 tournaments in a row. And that's just how fishing goes.
It can happen so fast. You can be 0 to hero in a matter of 5 minutes.
That's right, 5 or 6 casts.
I love that about Florida fishing.
And what'll make you down here is that one big bite during the day. And you want to make sure you capitalize on that opportunity, because you might not get 2 big bites.
That's true. That's a great point.
There he is.
There you go.
Ah, little fish. Get him, Ronnie. That's funny how we start getting bit right up in here.
Decided to start the day off with breakfast. I'm like, man, this breakfast bit me back. Wow, we just caught our first fish on a moving worm, or speed worm as most people would term it here in Florida. And I tell you what, it's always good early in the morning when you get your first bite, and it kind of keys you in on what you need to be doing. What do you think, James?
It's a start.
That's all.
But I'm not used to seeing you catch fish that small. So we're going to do something about that.
Well, James is a big fish addict, let me tell you. And if they're around here, trust me, he's going to get them.
We'll figure it out sooner or later. We'll stumble across something. But that's a good clue. We just got up here and that's 3 bites we've had, Ronnie, as soon as you poked inside.
James, you said something really key. You know, when you get a bite, always see what you were doing, where you were at, what the water color looks like, how fast you were reeling, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Because you want to replicate that same process.
That's right. And to have bites like that quick, you want to say, hey, maybe there's something to this.
That's another good thing about being a bass fisherman. You know how to make some good excuses when the fish don't bite.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I was holding my mouth a certain way and they just didn't bite. I don't know what happened.
Well, I was wearing that black cap that I never catch them when I wear it. Well, why do you wear it?
Exactly. Or the favor, James.
Yeah.
You heard it all the time. Man, somebody put some bananas in my boat, dude.
Yeah.
When I first heard that, man, I actually just fell out laughing. I was like, are you serious? You're serious, right?
They believe that crap.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on now.
And that's part of your mental focus. If you're mentally distracted, you really won't fish them.
How about this one?
Uh-huh.
Man, I caught them real good the first day and I didn't change my drawers for 4 days.
I heard that one too.
And I'll be like, what? Yeah, dude. Them underwear I was wearing, my polo drawers I was wearing, I just kept on wearing them. I was like, I ain't changing nothing. Tell me, dude, did you brush your teeth? Nah, bro, I didn't brush my teeth or nothing. Well, go out there and sack them, dude. Wish me luck. And you go, nah, stand back.
That's another good sign we're around fish when you see the blooms.
Yep.
There's somebody eating.
Somebody told me they eat 2 pounds of fish a day or something like that.
Wow, I believe it.
There you go. Let me help you.
I wanted to check to see if,
Yeah.
I love that. These are the kind of bites that'll wake you up. You know how you just kind of like, la, 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 la. Whoa.
Was that a good bite?
Yeah. Well, he probably felt like all the others. I take that back. Because you'll know a good bite.
Yeah.
We call it a head shake bite. Oh, better feeling in the world.
I grew up in a rural community in a little town called Miller, Missouri, and we grew up hunting and fishing all the time. It wasn't very far from the house, a creek called Stalls Creek, and my brother and I would spend our days running wild up and down that creek, fishing, swimming, and doing things like that. And Mom and Dad, of course, let us do that at a young age. When I got out of high school and was fishing along and thought I was something, that's when reality set in and I found out, hey dude, you're broke. Broke as a joke. You know, I didn't have a boat. I had all the equipment I needed to fish, but I didn't have a boat. So one thing led to another, and I said, man, if I'm not gonna get to do what I wanna, I'll just join the Army. As much as we enjoyed the Army and loved the Army, we had to make a decision. So got out. Just shortly before I'd gotten out, I'd been approached by a broker, real estate broker in town that I'd done a lot of business with. And she said, man, you do a good job selling your lawn business around here to us and everybody. And I carried about 150 to 180 yards. And she said, man, you'd be a really good sales agent. You want to get your real estate license?
Wow.
I said, why not? I said, how long does that take? Oh, a couple of weeks. I said, sure. So I went and got my real estate license, and I sent a letter out to all my lawn customers. In the first week, I had 6 or 7 listings.
Wow.
My broker's like, wow, that's amazing. And I'm like, well,
Moving and shaking.
yeah, I was like, well, I didn't think anything of it. It's like a normal day to me. You know, the biggest bass of my life I've ever caught was right here on Kissimmee. Yeah, you were with me.
Oh, that's right.
Flipping isolated junk.
That was a beast. I was actually shaking just as much as you were.
A 9-pounder that day.
A 9-pound bass. We both sat down and looked at each other like, that really just happened.
Yeah. And I kind of called my shot on it. Like, no, I got to show you this, Ronnie. I got to show you this.
Yeah.
We're flipping along. Well, we probably hit 25 isolated little clumps of grass and stuff that morning already. And you're like, yeah, whatever, dude. And I'm like, nah, for real. Let me just show you. Whack.
And I was like, wow. You talking about calling your shots. That was beauty. A lot of people don't really understand the concept of boater / co-angler.
Right.
How would you, if you had to define it, boater, co-angler, as you see it?
Well, there's 2 different entry fees. There's responsibility as a boater. As a co-angler, you don't have any responsibilities other than getting the net for each other, and your pro has the run of the boat and is responsible for putting you around the fish. And as a co-angler, you're competing against the guys that have the same back of the boat chances that you've got. And I tell people, I said, co-angling is the cheapest way to get out here and enjoy the sport. You fish in the back of the boat and you fish seconds behind your pro and try to observe everything that he does, good, bad, or ugly. You're going to learn, whether they catch them or don't catch them, you're going to learn something from that guy. It's a great thing about the sport of bass fishing is you could draw just about anybody and learn something from them. Before you know it, it started selling the heck out of houses and the heck out of houses. And when I wasn't selling real estate, I was in the lawn business. When I wasn't doing the lawn business or real estate, either one, I was trying to get in my boat and go fishing. And you know what it did is it wreaked pure havoc on my relationship with my wife. 2005 is when it all just started to crumble relationship-wise, but yet I finished #1 in Realty Executives franchise worldwide, and I sold $28 million worth of residential property. And in 2006, when my wife did leave me, I finished #1 again and don't even remember 2006. Get him. See there, isn't it funny here in Florida how they just gang up?
They do. You get them in little packs.
Yeah.
Hey man, I did not need a shower this morning. I already showered, player. You don't have to get me.
The old speed worm. That's 4 bites.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bite. Yes, sir.
They ain't very big, but they're bites.
That's all that matters, man.
They feel a lot bigger when you get all that grass on them.
Oh, they do. And it's always spectacular, especially when you have a topwater wing. See, this is where what we call having a salad with your fish.
Yeah,
You know?
eating healthy.
That's right.
That on it. Get him, Ronnie. Better fish?
I think so. No, there's a lot more.
There's a lot more grass.
Come here, girl. She's like, well, brought you some salad, little romaine lettuce, no hydrilla. See, she got a little dent in her.
Yeah.
Probably from a bird or something. Trying to make her dinner.
One of Ronnie Green's hooks from last time he's in this area.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's how you do
That's
it.
a nicer fish.
Yes, it is. That's what I'm talking about.
He smoked it, dude. Man, they're so dark down here, all that grass and tantic water. Florida bass,
What? Can't beat them.
feed worm. I just picked that up too, Ronnie.
Did you really?
Yeah,
That's the way it works.
that's right. I'm thank you for having two of them rigged up for us, dude. And it's funny, you know, we've been sitting here quite a while.
Yeah.
Made a lot of casts around here.
Exactly.
I don't mean to be about me, me, me. I'll give the shirt off my back if you need it. If a homeless person needed $1, I'd give it to them. If a charity need funding, I'd participate and help out. But I'm kind of a selfish person, and I wish as a young adult and growing up, you know, that I'd done a lot of things different and not neglected. You know, I never cheated on my wife. I wasn't a drunk. I didn't do drugs. I didn't do those staple things. You know, I wasn't out, you know, running the streets or going to bars and stuff like that. I wasn't those things that most people get divorces for. And man, I struggled with that. I'm like, well, why are you leaving me? Or why, you know, we don't beat on each other, and we, you know.
Sure.
And I just looked back, and it was just, I neglected somebody else's feelings and somebody else's time. And what she was really saying was, hey, you know, I just want you home more often.
We'll see you next time on Fishing Story.